Alrighty, I think we're live. We're live. All right, perfect. Hello, how are you? My name is Shayan, and I am the host of the Shayan Show. And this is the first episode of the pod. So if you're here and you're listening, well, congratulations. You're here with me. This is the first episode. We're making history today. All right, who am I? My name is Shayan Amiri, and I am a impressionist, a comedian, content creator, I'm also a musician. I play music with some bands and stuff. But anyways, that's not important. What's important is this podcast and the content you're going to hear in this podcast. So what I hope to achieve with this show is to make you laugh. I hope to take your mind off of the bad things that are happening throughout your day. If you're whatever's going on, your wife is divorcing you, you didn't get that grade you wanted to do, you failed, you dropped out, whatever, who cares? That's not important right now. All is important is that you relax. If you're cleaning, you're driving, whatever you're doing right now, you just pay attention to me and let me relax you and calm you down and give you the news. And so maybe later on, if you're going to go to a party or something, you look smart because you've heard the news earlier on from the Cheyenne show. But you can have a little twist, so you could steal some jokes from me too, and maybe you'll learn how to do some impressions too while you're at it. And yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's get on with today's show. The Cheyenne Show. I hope you like that little intro. That I actually made it. That's my musician part coming up, but who gives a rat's ass? Anyways, so today, I want to just thank you guys for listening. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into the news, baby. So today is Monday and April 11th. Some big news. Last week, we heard that Elon Musk purchased a 9.2% stake in Twitter. He bought a bunch of stock, and a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, he's gonna change the company now. He's gonna make it more like free," because he was doing polls earlier that week saying Twitter sucks, and he thinks that people should be less censored and that you need more freedom. And he's gonna add some features like an edit button to it. Sorry, I'm just fixing my nutsack over there. But anyways, so basically that happened. Everyone was going crazy with what he's going to do. What's his next move with Twitter? And then this week, today, it's announced that he's not actually going to be a person on the board. And what does that mean? That means the board of directors, they're usually the people who kind of decide the direction of the company and the future of the company. They sit around at a table probably, and they have a meeting or a Skype call or whatever. And they say, listen, I want Twitter to be more like Truth Social, like Trump's social media app, which kind of bombed last week. Yeah, it bombed big time. After Elon Musk says he's gonna get Twitter. But anyways, so he decided he's not going to be on the board, and today was the day that he had to decide that if he was going to be on the board or not. And a lot of people are commenting that he's too busy. Some people are saying that he just wants to buy out the whole company, and a lot of different theories here and there. But the truth is, if you look at it, just because I was reading the Bloomberg article earlier on, just today, so I could get some news to you guys. And if we look at the article right here, it says that the condition of joining the board is that he would not buy a bigger stake in the future in the company. And a bigger stake means 15% of the company. He can't buy over 15% of the company. And a lot of people are thinking, or most people's conclusion to that would be that he wants to have a takeover of Twitter. That means he doesn't want to just be on the board of directors. He wants to own that shit. He wants to be the Mao Zedong. He wants to be the Mao Zedong's a little dated for most people to know who he is, but he was like the Chinese. He was the guy who founded the modern China, like the CCP, Chinese Communist Party. Anyways, we're not going to get into that. But he wants to be the big boss in town. He wants to be the god of Twitter. And if he purchases Twitter, then that's a big deal because, I mean, if he becomes the kingpin there, because if he doesn't just want to make little decisions like, I think that we should do this as a board of director member. No, he wants to be like, let's do this shit. All right. When he got that stake in Twitter, that 9.2% stake. Everyone was saying that Elon runs Twitter. He's going to own Twitter. He's gonna take over. But I mean, I wasn't on that board. I was not. I thought, okay, this is a move. This is a move that's gonna maybe implement himself into making some of these changes. I think Elon's a guy who walks the talk. I don't think it's bullshit. I forgot the bullshit walks, money talks. I don't fucking know. Anyways, but something like that. But I think that Elon came in here with a game plan, and he doesn't want to just settle for a board of director seat where 9.2%. I think he wants to buy more. Maybe that's just what I think. It's not confirmed, but I think he wants to buy more and take over the fucking company. Because as it is right now, there's companies like BlackRock and Vanguard that own a way bigger stake than Elon Musk does. That's a point that not a lot of people are talking about. This is a big point. And those companies are kind of the guys who, at the end of the day, get to decide what happens and what doesn't happen because they give the most money to the company. They are the ones funding the company. And I don't necessarily think, I don't know if their intentions are the same as Elon Musk's to make Twitter a freer space or to make it a place where people can discuss different ideas. Because ultimately, I think these companies, what they care about is making shareholders happy. And I don't know if Elon Musk buying Twitter and making it this place where more people are allowed to voice their opinions and without getting censored or banned is good for business. I don't know, because as it is right now, we are in a day and age where everything is like, you say what you think, you get banned, unless it's a liberal opinion. So that might not, and most of these companies like BlackRock and Twitter and Facebook, they've kind of gone the woke route, which is the safer route, and it doesn't open themselves up to harm or anything because the media ultimately is the ones calling the shots, and they have all gone woke since Trump was elected president in 2016. Yeah, Trump, when he became in charge in 2016, when he was elected as the president of the United States, that really swung the pendulum in a whole different direction. But we're not going to get too into that. We're talking about Elon Musk and Twitter right now. So I think that Elon Musk probably has an idea to do this. Probably, to wait to play the long game. He wants to be patient. I think he doesn't want to rush into it. He wants to kind of like be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait out. We're not going to be the board of directors right now. We're going to potentially buy more stock later on and take this shit over, because I think Elon Musk is a fucking boss. He's a boss, baby. Okay. I don't necessarily think, listen, I'm a proud Tesla shareholder. Okay. I had 5 stocks. I sold 2 last week when it was at its highest in a while. And I fucking made money. So I like Elon. I like I like what he's on. Okay. I like SpaceX. I like all that stuff. But that doesn't mean in the back of my mind, I don't think, he might be some sort of psychopath who maybe wants to potentially wipe everyone off the world with his, transhumanism, Neuralink. But for now, he's on the good side. He's on the good side. But yeah, because, that's another thing. Maybe Elon Musk is playing everybody with his memes, because memes are for dumb, stupid people like us, the plebs. And he knows how to speak that language, while the other people that are in charge do not want to, they don't really engage in that type of behavior. But Elon, he likes that stuff. He likes that stuff. So maybe that's a way to get the masses on his side before he, decides to colonize Mars and, just get us on his side. I'm not hating on Elon. I love Elon. Like I said, I'm a shareholder. But listen, I'm the type of guy who I have 10 million different outcomes in my brain planned out on a person. Doesn't mean I'm going to be an asshole to them. I'm like, okay, you're a cool guy, but it means like your intentions might not be what you present yourself. And, it's kind of a conspiracy way of thinking sometimes, and it can get annoying. I try not to think too much like that, but who knows? Maybe Elon's a evil genius who wants to take over the world, and it might be for the better of humanity. Who knows? His track record's been pretty clean so far. Electric cars are amazing. Um, Not necessarily for the planet, but I mean they're better than gas. Um, you know, the government could shut it off anytime you're in a high speed chase. They could just fucking turn that shit off. That's great. I love it. Let's do more of that. Let's be able to shut off cars if there's a maniac on the road, and we could just turn it off. Even if the government wants to uprise, let's I mean the people want to uprise against the government. Let's turn it off. Let's not give them that ability. Let's turn everything off. Anyways, I'm going off track there. Who cares? But I'd like to thank my sponsors right now. My sponsor, Streann Media. Streann Media is a beautiful platform that creates their specific thing is Streann Studio. So Streann Studio is a platform where you can make a podcast within 5 minutes. That's actually what I'm making this on right now. Me, I don't really know too much about making podcasts. I'm just started, but Streann Studio makes that so simple. It makes it simple for your grandma, for your 5-year-old kid to pick up their phone, go on streanstudio.com to just start a new podcast. And I love Streann Studio. Okay, because I'm able to put my intro that you just saw. You're seeing this beautiful background that you see. I'm in the desert right now, even though I'm also in Toronto, as you see, live from Toronto. And Streann is amazing. You have to get Streann Studio if you're interested in getting a podcast going. And honestly, it's important that more people come out and share their voices and show a different side of their personality, and you could see who the person is by themselves on their podcast. Or if you just want to do a podcast with other people, you can invite people, collaborators on Streann Studio to come and talk about whatever. So Streann Studio is a great platform. Highly recommend you go use it. And if you use the promo code the Shayan Show, you can get a nice deal, a nice discount. So use promo code the Shayan Show to get that going. I think it might be Shayan or the Shayan Show. Either way, try both of them. I'm going to confirm next week on the pod. If you listen to it, you could try that out. But anyways, so that's the story for today. It's been 12 minutes. That's not bad. Not bad. We're moving good. In other news, I forgot to mention Twitter's stock fell 3% today just because of that thing with Elon Musk not joining the board of directors. Gotta drink my tea. Oh, it's dark. It's dark tea. When you leave the tea bag in too long and then it just turns into like black cigarettes, it's just like cigarette and water. It's like too bitter and disgusting to drink. Well, that's just what happened right now. Anyways, so in other news, we all saw the Oscar slap. I didn't start my podcast in time to cover that. And I have a lot to talk about that. But the latest on that story is that Will Smith has been banned from the Oscar for 10 years. 10 years. That's a long time. That's a really long time, actually. Let's look up how old Will Smith is. Will Smith is 53 years old. So the next time he's going to be going to the Oscars is when he's 63. Okay? There might not even be an Oscars in 10 years, seeing how the world is going right now. What do I think? I mean, we got to take it back a little bit, because before we get into the band, that'll be the final point. But I really want to talk about the incident itself. And I want to talk about it in a way that people I haven't really been seeing talk about it. Okay? Now, I think Will Smith is a good guy. I think he has a good heart. I just think that he has been brainwashed, okay? Similar to what some media sources do. They brainwash you. In this case, it's his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, who has brainwashed him. And I think with the whole thing about her cheating on him, and doing it on a TV show, her she did it on her YouTube channel. I think the Red Table. That's where she told him that she was cheating on him with her son's friend, her son's best friend, who's like a 26-year-old while she's like 53. She's almost 30 years older than the guy. Unbelievable. But anyways, she's telling him this for content. She's trying to sell the latest gossip or whatever. She doesn't want the celebrity magazines to talk about. She wants to be the bitch that distributes that shit and makes that cash, baby. How crazy is that? To fucking take your loved one after being with them for, I don't know, 20 years, 30 years, I don't know how long, but you film them on the Red Table Talk, which is her stupid show, and you tell them, yeah, I've been sucking dick. Yeah, I've been getting fucked. Yeah, it's by your best friend's son too. I mean, your son's best friend out of all people. That's not how Jada sounds. She's probably more like looking at him like a crazy fuck. Anyway, so Will Smith just breaks down, starts crying. We know what happened. This was older news. So, and then there's some videos leaked. I think she filmed it, or I don't know if it was leaked. I just saw it the other day. It was her filming him, and she's like, so what do you think about the Red Table Talk and Annie Wisha's or someone's opinion on this? She really helped, eh? And he's like crying. He looks like a fragile, beaten man. He's like, I don't like it when you film me. Please don't film me. And like she's like, and then she turns around the camera. She's like, look, because she's filming him, right? She turns around to her face. She's like, do you see the type of foolery I have to deal with? This foolishness. And then she films him again. He's like, please don't film me. Don't film me. And she's like, Will, answer the question, Will. Answer the question. And he's like, I was like, fuck, man. Like, yes, I feel like he's a nice guy and he's got a good heart, but how the fuck do you put up with that shit? She has to have some sort of brainwashed thing inside him. It's up to him to get out of that brainwash. We're living in a world where you're connected, in a country where you're connected. You see thousands of people. You have access to thousands of different people, their opinion therapists, whatever. If you are in that situation, that's on you, okay? But then again, I've never been. I wouldn't fall for that shit, okay? Even I'm in a relationship right now, and we both have our boundaries, okay? But it's kind of on him. It's kind of on her. She's using him as content. She's using him to suck him dry. And what the best way I could see it is like, yeah, she's brainwashed him. Okay, it's almost like like that experiment with the dogs with the little bell, and the dog knows it's lunchtime. She's got him knowing that, but with her facial expressions, and then it's almost like fucking it's like a CIA psyop or something where they like that MK Ultra, whatever. They hypnotize the people. That's what they did in the 70s. They'd hypnotize the people to get them on acid, and then a random university student could all of a sudden be like hypnotized and programmed into being a sex slave or an assassin or whatever. So I think she's got some MK Ultra shit going on, fucking Will Smith there, because he was laughing at the joke. He was laughing pretty hard, I'll tell you, pretty hard. And the at the G.I. Jane joke, he's like the sequel thing. And she kind of she had this expression. He looked at her and he saw the expression, and it's like something switched. He's like, and then he looks over. She sees her face like, and he's like, I will complete my task. Gets up on stage, slaps him, and then gets off. Like that's some brainwashed shit, man. That's like some hypnosis type of stuff. So I think that's what's going on there. And he needs help. He's a fragile man who has an ego, probably when it comes to his wife. He's been, everyone, I'm sure he's read a lot of comments or whatever about his wife cuckolding him. So that particular aspect of his life is very sensitive to him. So he needs to get that worked out. He needs to, find something else, find a different woman. There's plenty of sexy women out there. But I think he's doing an open relationship thing. Get a new house. Stop talking to that bitch, man. He made a joke about G.I. Jane, it's basically G.I. Jane was a movie from the 80s where Demi Moore plays a Navy SEALs person, which is like not a bad thing. That's like a strong bitch, man. That's a person who's going out to war and um, I don't know, put everything on the line. That's a strong woman. That's a strong woman. So G.I. Jane 2 for Jada Pinkett Smith, that should be an honor for her. It shouldn't be a big fucking blow to her ego if she's seen the movie. Because I haven't seen the movie, but I've heard it's an amazing movie, and when you watch it, you're like, wow, amazing, huh? Like you're like looking at it, you're like, wow, she's inspirational, huh? So you know, whatever. But anyways, I think he's brainwashed a little bit. He needs to clear up that stuff because who knows if there's ever like a I mean, but that's the thing. And I think he's also in the Scientology. I think he's a part of that club. Someone told me John Travolta. So this is a man who is, easily brainwashed, easily manipulated into believing bullshit. And I mean, Scientology, Jada Pinkett Smith's propaganda, that's another thing. So what can we do? What can we do about that? What can we do? I don't know. If you ask me, he should probably, travel somewhere where people are poor and see how they're living and, you know, uh, see that everything isn't his Hollywood little fantasy life that, you know, is out there. Like, that he lives every day, there's more to life than that. I can't say he needs struggle because he's probably struggled to be an actor and stuff. And then, it's hard work to memorize lines because I used to want to be actor and stuff. I'm not closing the doors to that. I see there's more. There's other things out there that I like. That are nicer things that I'm more passionate about and that I enjoy more than memorizing lines. I hate fucking memorizing lines. I hate that shit. Having to read a script and the way they write, I hate writers, man. The way they write things, like Quentin Tarantino, people say he's a great director, great movie maker. Fine, okay, I'll agree. I like Django Unchained; it's one of my favorite movies. But like Pulp Fiction, man, with the fucking Royale with cheese lines, I'm not about that, bro. Like I liked it when I was younger, but as I got older and I started learning how to speak, I don't fully know how to speak yet because you know, I'm an ape. But I'm like, people don't fucking talk like that. A Royale with cheese, huh? So you think Vincent has whatever? I don't fucking know. Let me pull up a line in Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction script. That's the first thing that came up because people love it. Let's see if people talk about this. People talk like this in real life. You'll dig it the most. But you know what? The funniest thing about Europe is? What? It's the little differences. A lot of the same shit we got over here, they got there, but they're a little different. Examples? Well, in Amsterdam, you can buy a beer in a movie theater, and I don't mean in a paper cup either. They give you a glass of beer like in a bar. In Paris, you can buy beer at a McDonald's. Also, you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris? They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese. Okay, fuck. That's all I have. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. No, they call it a Royale with cheese or some shit. I don't fucking know. Anyways, no one talks like that, man. No one talks like that. You don't start speaking like what the funniest thing about Europe is? What? It's like you'll just say it. You'll say it's the little differences in Europe, and they have a lot of the same shit there, but it's kind of different there because in the McDonald's in Amsterdam you could buy a movie theater. I'm just making myself look like an idiot at this point. Maybe I don't understand it. Whatever. I don't. If you know, you know. Okay. If you know, you know. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Oh yeah, acting and memorizing lines. I just like improvising. I like improvising. I like saying stuff that feels natural. A show I like, okay, which isn't very sophisticated in the way they speak, is Trailer Park Boys. Trailer Park Boys is amazing. I love all the dialogue there because you could tell it's like improvised and it's real. Another example, Larry David, a Kirby Enthusiasm. Most of it is improvised. They just have an idea of what the situation is going to be, and then they roll with the punches. I like shows like that. I like naturalness. I hate watching a movie when they're like, and the eagle will land directly on position. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting angry about this. I'm getting angry at the fact that I can't complete this. I can't translate my idea to you guys. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Anyways, that's that. We're gonna look at some more news stories that are going on here. Um, we're gonna look at. I'm currently using Bloomberg because I like Bloomberg. Um, I don't know. It gives you some stuff straight up, and I know Michael Bloomberg owns it, or as Trump would call it, Mini Mike. Mini Mike, everybody. That's one thing that I haven't done on the podcast yet. I told you guys earlier that I do great impressions, and right now I'm doing my Donald J. Trump impression. And Mini Mike is such a bad person. He has his little magazine, Bloomberg. Bloomberg, everybody, Bloomberg. It's so sad. You look at the articles they're writing about me, and you have to think it's just horrible, horrible what they're writing. Okay, anyways. US and India to keep close consolation on Ukraine. I haven't talked about Ukraine just because let's let something big happen before I cover Ukraine, Ukraine, everyone's talking about it all the time, but I just feel like everyone's kind of over it. People just want the gas prices to go down. That's the only thing. I mean, my girlfriend is half Ukrainian. She cares about it obviously too. She's always posting and stuff. I care about it too. Like people dying on the streets, you're seeing people dead on the floor, and the Russians and what they're doing. It's so bad. It's just I want to make you guys kind of forget about that stuff. Relax a little bit. We'll talk about Ukraine a little later when some stuff kind of happens. But how about we look at the pros and cons of buying a car online? All right, let's do that. So pros and cons of buying a car online, plus 8 tips to help make sure your investment is the right one for you. All right. I've reached my article limit. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. This is on me. I didn't prepare earlier enough for the articles there. I had one Tesla thing, and I riffed on it pretty good, I might add, and the Will Smith thing, but I don't have anything, and I don't want to really waste your time looking for it. But what we will talk about is we'll go back to the Will Smith thing and just talk about that world in Los Angeles. I'm going to LA. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and what's going on in my life. So I mean, I live in Toronto. I live here. I'm studying. I'm doing school. But that doesn't mean I don't do anything else. I obviously do a lot of different things. And I create content. I'm trying to be a content creator more, and also learn business. I'm in creative industries, which is kind of a business program mixed in with communications. And so I'm open to all doors. I'm a wheeler dealer. I like to have all the possibilities open. I want to make money and enjoy life. I don't want to work at a 9-to-5 job doing things I don't like. However, I'm open to a 9-to-5 job if I get to do shit I like. But anyways, so I'm gonna go to California in a couple weeks, 2 weeks, and I'm gonna go stay at a friend's house. Well, he rented an Airbnb down in Los Angeles in Venice Beach, and I know it's kind of gone to shit. And when I was a kid, I wanted to move to LA and become an actor and live the whole dream. But as time went on, and we saw the Me Too movement with big old Harvey, old Harvey Weinstein, and how many cocks were sucked to get into that position of being the big actor, and seeing how many people defended that fat fuck for all those years, and then started to go, when it became popular to go against them, they started saying, oh, well, Harvey was a bad man, and we were all scared. Like, shut the fuck up. You just wanted that money. You wanted those jobs, So after I started seeing that, I'm like, fuck Hollywood, man. And I went to theater camp too. Um, Stage Door, that was the name in New York. Anyways, I'm not going to get too into it, but I just didn't like the culture. I didn't like the people. I don't like people who are so full of themselves and into themselves. I like funny people. I like I said, improvisational people, people who are smart, people who are, like working class people, for example. You could kind of like you could joke around with them. Some people that are intelligent too, you could joke around with them too. But it seems like actors are dumb, and I'm sorry if you're an actor, but they're dumb and they don't really care anything else but their career and whatever's in their own world. Me, I'm a guy who's like fucking, I'm into everything. I like Chinese strategies on how the CCP is going to invade Taiwan, and I'm really into different things like that. But it seems like when you're an actor, it's me, 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 my career, my career. It's like but listen, man, there's more to life than that. Bloody hell, it's like Jordan Peterson says, it's like you clean your damn room, okay? It's like clean your damn room. I don't know if my mic is too loud. I hope it's not piercing your ears. But so yeah, so I was turned off from California and going to Los Angeles for many years. However, a friend of mine, a mutual friend, is staying in Venice Beach, and he wants to network and create content and stuff. And I reached out to him because he kind of put it out there that he wanted people to join him, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this. This seems like a good career move. Experience wise too, I'm still young and I want to experience and I want to explore, have an adventure. And luckily, the Tesla shares that I sold is going to be able to finance this trip. So I'm happy to Elon Musk for providing me a hand in this, and also I'm proud of myself for investing early on in Tesla, which you guys should do when it's low, because the returns are going to be great. You're going to be able to go on vacation. I don't really consider this a vacation because it's more so I'm trying to like build myself up. I'm trying to grow. And going to LA and Venice Beach, man, I think there's nothing more fulfilling and that's going to make me grow than that. No, but seriously, I think it's going to be nice. It's going to be productive. I'm going to try to, network there and see how the world is, learn, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to be there for 5 days. And I'm really excited about the desert. As you see, I'm going to be in LA for 5 days, and then I'm going to be I'm going to go to the desert there, like Joshua Tree for 2 to 3 days, I think 2 days probably, because I don't know if I have enough funds, but I'm really excited about that because I don't know, I'm really into the desert, and I've never been to the desert. As you can see, the background for the show is a desert, so I'm really excited about that. Maybe I'll bring that up on the show. I'll film a little bit of the thing. So I don't know, man. I just want to see a big open space. I've been so used to living in cities my entire life, buildings everywhere. I just want to see a place where there's nothing. Okay. That's where I'm at in life. I want to be somewhere where there's literally nothing but sand and dust and cacti. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. I've been fucking home for the last 2 years. I want to see some rattlesnakes and some wild shit. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be there for 2 days, and then I'm going to go to Orange County. And I've heard a lot about Orange County. Good things, great things, actually. It's much cleaner than LA, a lot nicer people, apparently, than LA. People are just normal there. It's a suburb area. And, I'm going to stay there at my uncle's for 3 days because he just moved down there. And so that's going to be nice. It's going to be a good time. And then from there, I'm going to go to San Diego to my other friend's house. You see, the great thing about me is I lived in a Jewish neighborhood in Montreal, and a lot of Jewish people go to LA. So, I'm an honorary Jew in the community. So I'm very excited about that because not that I'm not excited about the fact that I have Jewish friends. I'm just excited about the fact that I have a lot of people that are in California. So yeah, it's not like I'm going to go there alone. Like, hey, man, I'm just backpacking across Europe. I don't know what's going to happen. I have a plan. I'm going to go visit some friends. I'm going to make sure to, see all the good spots and also try to learn and see maybe the United States is the next move because Canada right now at the current place it's in, man, is not the best. I don't think I'm going to move to California. I don't think that's on my mind. But I want to see San Diego. San Diego, a lot of good things I hear about him, and I know it's not so easy to just get your to get your work permit or visa. It's like you're thinking, oh, this guy's thinking in a fantasy land. But I think that if you open the doors to possibilities and you really try to get there, and you'll make a way. It's like that quote by Hannibal. If I can't find a way, I'll make a way. It's a bit rapey, the quote, a little bit. It's like you try to get with the girl. Yo, bro, like she's not into you. Oh yeah, well, if I can't find a way, I'll make a way. No, I don't think that would pass in 2022. Hannibal, okay, all right. You had a few good wins with the Romans, but I don't think that the Me Too movement's gonna go on you, okay. But anyways, so I think that I got to be open there. And San Diego is an expensive place. I understand that. However, there's nothing wrong with doing a little window shopping, looking here and there at potential. I'm dead set on moving to Florida. Okay. Florida is the place to live. Ron DeSantis is the governor. Not going to say anything about him, but Florida is the place to be. There's you're free there. They're taking a very nice approach with COVID for the past 2 years. I'm a huge supporter of that stuff. We're not going to get too political. But anyways, lastly, we're going to wrap the show up, but I'd just like to go over my sponsors again. Streann Media. Streann Studio is the place to do podcasts. Well, Streann Studio has made this podcast made it possible for this podcast to be heard by you through using their platform. Right now, I'm live on Facebook. If you're listening to this later on Spotify or Apple Music, doesn't matter. You could go live with Streann Studio on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, whatever platform you want to use to make a podcast. If you want to make a video game podcast, if you want to make a cooking podcast, whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 65, 80, 3 years old. You could do this. This isn't hard, okay? The only hard thing is talking, okay? Everything else is easy. All you have to do is go to Streann Studio, and over there you put in your email, and then it'll send you a code on your email, and you put that code in, and bada bing, bada boom, you can start your own podcast. So that's what it is. It's so easy. I highly recommend using it. There's different plans. And if you want a plan, you can use the promo code The Shayan Show, or it might just be Shayan Show. I'm not 100% sure. Try both of them out. You'll get a discount. And if you get the gold plan or the premium plan, there's a ton of extra features that you could use there. If you like Canva, I love Canva. You know Canva? Canva's great. It's like an easy Photoshop. It's like amazing. But you have a lot of premium features on Canva if you pay $16.99 a month. I do, because I like using that, and it's useful to my business. But Streann Media is a little cheaper than that, but for podcasts. It's like Canva for podcasts. That's the best way I could describe it. Canva for podcasts. If you're a beginner, use Streann Studio, and you'll get that shit done ASAP. So go out there, get it done, and that's all we're doing for today. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week on The Shayan Show. The Shayan Show.